We are at the highest point of YouTube automation. Everyone is blowing up brand new channels in weeks, even in days. And they are printing money in multiple ways. This guy blew up in 2 weeks to millions of views. This guy blew up in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week, 10 days. And hundreds of more channels that don't even show their face. It is not luck. I've been spying on every channel that's blowing up. And every time I see how they did it, it makes sense. They are following a very clear plan. They are taking this as a business. This is a game of probabilities. That's why some of them are doing this without any previous experience. So after trying this for myself and seeing results, I made the best blueprint that can guide anyone to create a successful YouTube automation business in no time. This is going to change the way you think about YouTube automation and money. At the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do and where to start. The first step is finding demand. Money is a game, and this game is all about supply and demand. Find demand, then supply. That's how you make money. Same thing on YouTube. As long as the goal is money, the method will always be supply and demand. So we gotta find what's in demand. But there are two parts and you have to decide on one. Trend or interest. By trend, I mean niches like this, where multiple new channels blow up by creating the same type of content at the same time. That's when you know there's high demand for this niche right now. If you can get into one of these early, if you can make the same type of videos but better, you will blow up. And when it comes to interest, that means a niche you have an interest in. Don't worry, that doesn't mean you can't blow up. Let me show you an example. There is lots of competition for documentary type videos. It's really hard to get into that niche, but this guy who has an interest in crypto wanted to start a documentary type channel. So what he did was, he found a viral story in his niche. It was everywhere on social media. There was a huge demand for that, but zero supply on YouTube. So he made a video on that. It blew up in 1 week. He was the first to capitalize on this story. But being first is not what made him succeed. But being the best and the highest quality one is what made him succeed. The storytelling and editing was great. And this method can apply to any niche. Let's say you like movies and TV shows. So find one that's blowing up and capitalize on it. Just watch the movie and start creating videos like this. The idea is to find trends in your interest. Let's move on to the next step. So now you have found demand. But before we dive into more fun stuff, I'm going to tell you whether you will succeed in this business or not. 10 with theory. What is 10 with theory? You have to ask yourself a question. The question is, are you willing to create 10 videos even if they don't get views? If the answer is yes, you will succeed. If the answer is no, you will not. Because this is a game of probabilities. Chances of you succeeding with a single video is very low, even if you do everything right. But chances of you succeeding with 10 videos is pretty damn high, if you do everything I'm about to tell you. So if you are not willing to do it, please don't waste your time, do something else. Next step is viral script. This is the hardest part and most time consuming one. But don't worry, I'm gonna tell you how to speed it up. Now I've seen everyone using ChatGPT to generate scripts, but I don't recommend using ChatGPT because it doesn't understand the difference of a YouTube script and a book. It gives you very advanced details and too much of what we don't need, and it is not optimized for YouTube engagement. But don't worry, I found the most powerful way to make killer scripts, and you can even make it in a style of a video that already has a killer script with millions of views. The tool I'm talking about is Poppy AI. Let me show you how powerful it is. This is Poppy AI, and first we need to create a bot. Then here you can feed this AI with top industry information about how to write the best YouTube scripts. Then you can give it the best information about your video topic. Then just enter the prompt and boom. It will create a script that is better than anything you will ever make on your own. Just look at this Magnets Media style script it generated. Storytelling is out of this planet. This is so powerful, people are getting crazy results. This tool can change your life. If you wanna try it, I will put a link in description with latest discounts. Now let's move on to the third step. The voice is important. With a bad voice, your script will be useless. I recommend using your own voice. If you're not comfortable, you can always learn, like I'm doing right now. But I know most of you are interested in AI. So here's the best one I found that literally fooled all of my subscribers. It is called Play AI or Play.ht. I don't know why it has two names, but anyway, this can clone anyone's voice with emotions including laughs, screams and etc. Or you can also use one of their AI voices which also sounds super realistic. Let's see if you can tell the difference. I'm gonna play 2 voice tracks. You have to guess which one is AI.
You try to focus on something, but 10 minutes later, you are again scrolling through TikTok. You know you are distracted, but you can't stop it from happening. Here's a dirty secret, most of what you study is low value. The Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, states that—
And the AI voice is the first one. Okay, now some of you might have guessed it, but what if I tell you I lied? The second one is the AI. Okay, now the other half of you think you are right, but no, I lied again. Both of this is AI, and here's the original.
Whenever you think of the heavy metal reaction channels on YouTube, you think of Nick Nocturnal, the charismatic voice, Tank.
Actually, this one is also— just kidding, I'm done. The next step is video editing. Another equally important step. To keep the engagement, video editing must be great, especially animations and sound design. Of course, this can be different from niche to niche. Maybe you don't need animation. Maybe you don't need any editing at all. But in general, you need a good level of editing to look professional. You can learn software from YouTube. I learned DaVinci Resolve just watching YouTube tutorials. Or you can hire a video editor on Fiverr. Just make sure to find a good one. The next step is thumbnail and title. If you mess this up, doesn't matter how good your video is, the video will flop. Because they will never know how good the video is if they don't click. So if you're going to do this yourself, you can watch some great videos on how to create good thumbnails. Or you can hire thumbnail designer. Or my favorite method, you can create viral thumbnails using Pixels AI. Yes, all of these kind of thumbnails you see on viral videos are actually generated by this AI. All you have to do is describe the thumbnail you want and boom, you have a viral thumbnail. The next step is monetizing. First method is YouTube ad revenue, but putting this much effort just for that would be lame, which is why you will be using multiple methods to print money. And these methods make way more money than YouTube AdSense. Once you start to get some attention, companies will reach out to you asking to promote their products. People are getting paid 10k per video, so make sure you always have business email in the description and the about section. Or you can reach out to them as well, explaining the opportunity. Affiliate marketing. You can sign up for sites like ClickBank, Digistore and Partner Stacks, where you will find tons of products in every category. Find one related to your content and start promoting it in the video with the affiliate link in the description. The next method is to start your own shop. You can sell merch, a course or anything that your audience will be interested in. To learn how to set up those things, just watch YouTube. And the last step is speeding up the practical learning curve. Let me explain. I just talked to you how to create a high quality video, but the question is, can you create masterpieces from day one? For example, let's say Ronaldo teaches you how to play football. He teaches you everything he ever learned, including his mistakes. Now you understand literally everything. You know what's wrong, what's right. But can you play like him from day one? No. You are still going to make mistakes and do things that you already know wrong. Why? Because we are humans. Our brain needs practice to get good at something. It doesn't know what's wrong until we do it and experience it. So what you need to do is speed up this practical learning process. That's why even though I understood everything, I bought multiple courses to learn this. So if you think you want to speed up your practical learning process, the only one I can recommend you is Tube Mastery and Monetization by Matt. He made multiple millions from YouTube channels and he still runs 12 YouTube channels to this day. It's an incredible program. He's been doing this for years and he is still doing it. I will put a link in the description. You can check it out. So as I promised you in the beginning, now you know what to do and where to start. I'll be back with another valuable video. Stay consistent.